Hi everyone, I'm Carl. Welcome back to the Renko Trading channel. Before we start, this content is for educational and experimental purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you've ever had a trade go strongly in your favor, and then watched profits disappear because you didn't know when to exit, you're not alone. Most traders spend almost all their time trying to perfect entries. But here's the reality. Two traders can take the exact same entry and end up with completely different results simply because of how they exit. In this video, I'll walk through 7 Renko stop loss and take profit methods, and how to think about exits in a structured, repeatable way. Renko charts already simplify entries. They filter noise and make trend direction easier to see. But exits are where psychology usually takes over. Without clear rules, traders often move stops farther away, exit too early, or hold trades hoping price comes back. And that hesitation usually comes from one problem. There was never a defined exit plan to begin with. Your exit rule should be decided before the trade starts, not during the trade. One of the biggest advantages of Renko charts is structure. Every brick represents a fixed price movement. That means swings are clearer, invalidation levels are obvious, and reversals become easier to define objectively. Instead of asking, "What do I feel the market might do?" you can ask, "Has structure changed?" Renko turns exits from opinion into rules. The simplest exit method is a fixed brick stop or exit. You place your stop a set number of bricks away from your entry, and define a measured profit target based on risk. For example, aiming for a 2-to-1 reward-to-risk ratio. This approach is extremely consistent. It makes position sizing straightforward and works very well when you're learning or backtesting strategies because every trade follows the same rules. The downside is that it ignores market structure. Sometimes the stop may be too tight and gets triggered during normal pullbacks. Other times, it may be wider than necessary compared to the actual price structure. But for beginners, this is often the cleanest and most objective starting point. The second method is swing structure stop. Instead of using a fixed distance, this method places the stop beyond the invalidation swing. If price breaks that swing, the trade idea is no longer valid. This aligns naturally with how Renko trends form. You're letting market structure decide when you're wrong. The trade-off is that stops can sometimes be larger, but they are usually more meaningful. Exit method 3, confirm brick exit. This approach waits for confirmation before exiting. Instead of exiting on the first opposite brick, you wait for a confirmed reversal brick. This is very similar to confirmed entries. The benefit is staying in trends longer and avoiding small pullbacks. The cost is that you will give back some profit before exiting. This method tends to work well in strong trending environments. Exit method number 4. Trailing brick stop. Here, the stop moves as price moves. You trail the stop 1 or 2 bricks behind the current trend. As the trend continues, your locked-in profit increases automatically. This is simple and very mechanical. It works especially well during momentum moves. However, in sideways markets, it can trigger frequent exits. Exit method 5. Swing trailing exit. This method trails behind new swing highs or swing lows instead of fixed bricks. It adapts to market structure and allows trends more room to develop. Compared to brick trailing, this approach usually keeps you in trades longer. Many swing traders prefer this because it balances protection with flexibility. Exit method 6, partial take profit and runner. This is a hybrid approach. You take partial profits at a predefined level, maybe at 2 times your risk, and let the remaining position continue with a trailing stop. This reduces emotional pressure. You've already locked in gains, but you still participate if a large trend develops. For many traders, this solves the internal conflict between exiting too early and holding too long. The final method is the pure trend-following approach. You stay in the trade until an opposite Renko signal appears. This can capture very large trends. But it also means accepting larger drawdowns during pullbacks. This approach fits traders who want to follow major moves rather than optimize every trade. There isn't a single best exit method. Some exits prioritize smaller drawdowns. Others prioritize capturing large trends. And some aim for psychological comfort. The key is consistency. Pick one method that matches your personality and test it thoroughly. Here are a few mistakes I see often. Changing exit rules mid-trade. Using multiple exit methods at once. Adding indicators that contradict price structure. And trading during sideways ranges where Renko naturally flips more often. Remember, consistency matters more than complexity. Our final takeaway is simple. Entries start trades. Exit rules define results. Renko charts already give you clean structure. Your job is deciding how to respond when that structure changes. Choose one exit method, test it, and stick with it long enough to truly understand how it behaves. That's a wrap on today's breakdown. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like and hit subscribe for more Renko trading insights. Don't forget the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.